what we're trying to cover today is how to locate where to cut this opening here and find these 3 bolt holes. Those are the ones that hold this particular motor here in place. It sets in just like that on the back side of this piece right here. And so our problem was, from looking from the other videos, was to find this opening and find where to cut it. So we got to looking, we found this opening right here. I'll use this little hole saw, metal hole saw, to show you where the opening was. This is what you need to locate, where this hole is at in the and it comes from the factory. Once you find that hole, look over to the left and you'll see this bolt right here. You'll have to look in sideways because this metal here is all in place. You can't see it without looking through the hole. Once you see that hole, then you can begin to look where to cut out, and that's what we did. I used a hole saw over here and cut this smaller opening right here. And once I located that one, and then I just took these here. If you're not familiar with them, these are just some metal cutters, a left and right cutter. And what I did was I just took the snips like this and just kind of went around it and opened it up so we could see the bolt holes. And then it's just a simple thing to take those 3 bolts out. Now, the only other thing we ran into, when they put this motor in here, they had it bradded that. I'll show you that. See this, hold it for me, will you, son?
Yeah.
All right, this part right here, this is what comes through that hole in the center. It's a guide bolt, and it just comes through, but they had bradded that on there too. I had to take a grinder and grind the face of it off to get it out. But let me show you the other part of it. Now there's a brad right down here in the very bottom of this, and
the rivets.
Let me show you this. There's 4 rivets. 1, 2, and then 3 that you don't touch. All right, now the other rivet is on the bottom of this old motor that he has in his hand right here. This is the one that comes through this opening right down here. Hand it back here, Matthew. I need to show him something.
Yeah, the rivet.
Yeah. See, this sets here just like this, and that rivet that's on the bottom part of this motor here, it goes in that hole, if you can see it right behind it. That's where it comes through, and I had to take a grinder and kind of grind it off to get it out. And the new motor we're putting back doesn't have the brace on it. It's only got the 3 bolt holes, and so yours might be the same way. Now, we didn't try covering, taking all the stuff off the door. There's so many of the other videos showed you how to take off the panel and everything. We're just showing you what was hard for us to, the hardest part was locating this. And then once you locate it, it's simple to cut that out and get access to it. And once you take the bolts out, it just comes right out in your hand and slides out. Now, this is the new part.
The Dorman.
This is a Dorman. But I want you to notice this. Hold my phone right there with you, son, and take it. Yeah. This part right here. This is the pin that's going to come through that hole. It's going to line up the motor. Get this thing here. You got to go in here behind the stuff and
behind the regulator.
That brace in there, if I know. There we go. Now you see that hole. Now this is the pivot pin here, and you can line. Then you can get your nuts into these here, and it'll be in place. But this is what locks it in place for the gear fits on this part. This gear, see this gear here? That's what drives your motor. Or the motor drives it, and what raises up your window and lowers it. And That is what you got to engage with this motor. I'll show them that now.
Yeah.
This little wheel here. Once you get it up here and get that pivot pin in place, it'll engage in that gear just like that. You got to move it and get it in place. Once you get it in place up here, get that pivot pin in place, and then you can start bolting your motor down. And it's just that simple. Once you get this pin hole lined up, you can start putting your bolts in it, and you're good to go.